alike in dignity.
In fair Verona, where we lay our scene.
From ancient grudge break to new mutiny.
Where civil blood makes civil hands unclean.
From forth the fatal loins of these two foes,
a pair of star-crossed lovers
take their life, whose misadventures piteous overthrows.
Do with their death bury their parents' strife.
The fearful passage of their death marks love, and the continuance of their parents' rage,
which but their children's end not could remove.
Is now 2 hours traffic of our stage.
The which, if you with patient ears attend,
what fear shall miss,
our toil shall strive to mend.
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Draw, if you be men.
Fools! What? Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio, look upon thy death! I do but keep the peace! What, drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word, as I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward!
What noise is this?
How villain Capulet!
Rebellious citizens, enemies of peace, from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground. And hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, read on an airy word, by you, O Capulet, and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this moment, all depart away. Capulet, you shall come with me. And Montague, come you this afternoon, so you may know our further pleasure in this case. Once more, under pain of death, all men depart.
Where's Romeo? Saw you her today? Right glad I am she was not at this fray.
So early walking did I see her. Towards her I made, but she was ware of me and stole into the covert of the wood.
Many a morning says she dare been seen, with tears augmented the fresh morning dew. Odd into clouds more clouds with her deep sighs.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know and nor can I learn of her.
Well, have you importuned her by any means?
Could we but learn from whence our sorrow grows, we would thus willingly give cures know.
See where she comes. So please you step aside. I'll know her grievance or be much denied. Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But new struck 9.
Ay me, sad hours seem long.
What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love?
Out of her favor where I am in love. Farewell, my coz.
Oh, soft! I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
Tut, I have lost myself. I'm not here. This is not Romeo. She's some other where.
And tell me in sadness who it is you love.
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aim so near when I supposed you loved.
A right fair markman, and she's fair I love.
A right fair mark, fair coz's soonest hit.
She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead that live to tell it now.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties.
'Tis the way to call hers exquisite, and question more. Farewell, thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or die in debt.
Montague is bound as well as I in penalty alike, and 'tis not hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep the peace.
Of honorable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you lived at odds so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying o'er what I had said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride ere we think her ripe to be a bride.
Younger than she, our happy mother's maid.
Too soon marred are those so early made. The earth hath swallowed all my hopes but she. But woo her, gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest, such as I love, and you among the store. One more, most welcome, makes my number more. At my poor house look to behold this night earth-treading stars that make dark heaven light. Go, Sierra. Trudge about through fair Verona and find those persons out whose names are written here, and to them say, my house and welcome on their pleasure stay. Come, go with me.
Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, Countess Selme and his beauteous sisters, Mercutio and his brother Valentine, my fair niece Rosaline, Livia, Signor Valentino and his cousin Tybalt.
A fair assembly. Whither should they come?
Up.
Whither?
To supper. To our house. Now I'll tell you without asking, my master is the great rich Capulet, and if you be not of the house of Montagues, I pray, come and crash a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
At this same ancient feast of Capulet, sups the fair Rosalind, whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye, compare her face with some that I will show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
One fairer than my love? The all-seeing sun ne'er saw her match since first the world begun. I'll go along. No such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
Nurse, where's my daughter? Call her forth to me.
What lamb? What ladybird? God forbid, where's this girl? What? Juliet!
How now? Who calls?
Your mother.
Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor that I dream not of.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you here in Verona, ladies of esteem are already made mothers. Thus then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
Oh, man, young lady! Ooh, lady, such a man is all the world. Why, he's a man of wax.
Oh, Verona's summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, he's a flower, in faith, a very flower.
Tonight, you shall behold him at our feast. Speak briefly, can you like of Paris's love?
I'll look to like if looking liking move, but no more deep will I dart mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come. Supper served up. You called, my young lady asked for, the nurse cursed in the pantry, and everything in extremities. I beseech you, follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl. Seek happy nights to happy days.
Gentle Romeo, we must have you dance!
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground, I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers, and so bound, I cannot bound a pitch above dull woe. Under love's heavy burden I do sink.
And to sink in it should you burden love, too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like a thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down.
And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why, may I ask?
I dreamed a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
The dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep, while they do dream things true.
Oh, I see Queen Mab have been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they sleep. Her wagoner is a tiny gray-coated gnat, not half so big as the round little worm pricked from the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, and in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. Over courtiers' knees that dream on curtsies straight, o'er lawyers' fingers who straight dream on fees, o'er ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream. Sometime she driveth over a soldier's neck, and then he dreams of cutting throats, of breaches, ambuscados, Spanish blades, of health's 5 fathom deep. This is she.
Peace, peace, Mercutio, peace. Thou talk'st of nothing.
'Tis true, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin of substance as the air, and more inconstant than the wind.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives some consequence, yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin this night with this night's revels. That he that hath steerage of my course direct my sails. On, lusty gentlemen. Doth teach the torches to burn bright. Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night.
This, by her voice, should be a Montague. What dares the slave come hither to fleer and scorn at our solemnity? Now, by stock and honor of my kin, to strike her dead I hold it not a sin.
Now, kinsman, wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that is hither come in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis she, the villain Romeo.
Consent thee, gentle coz, leave her alone. I would not, for the wealth of all the town here in my house, do her disparagement. Therefore be patient, take no note of her.
It fits when such a villain is a guest. I'll not endure her.
She shall be endured. Am I master here, or you? Go to.
Why, uncle, 'tis a shame.
Go to. Quiet, oh, for shame! I'll make you quiet.
I will withdraw, but this intrusion, now seeming sweet, will convert to bitter gall.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle fine is this, my lips Two blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth over that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints lips, and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray, grant thou lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grants for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. Thus from my lips by yours, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took?
Sin from thy lips? O trespass sweetly urged! Give me my sin again!
You kiss by the book.
Madam! Your mother craves a word with you!
What is her mother?
Her mother is the lady of the house.
Is she a Capulet? Oh dear account, my life is my foe's debt.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentlewoman?
Her name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only child of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early seen, unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love is to me that I must love a loathed enemy.
Come, let's away! The strangers are all gone.
Romeo! My cousin Romeo!
She is wise, and on my life have stolen her home to bed.
Call good Mercutio.
Nay, I'll conjure too. Romeo, humors, madman, passion, lover. I conjure thee by Rosaline's bright eyes, by her high forehead and her scarlet lip, by her fine foot, straight leg, and quivering thigh, and the domains that there adjacent lie.
If she hear thee, thou wilt anger her.
This cannot anger her. My invocation was fair and honest, and in her mistress's name. I conjure only but to rise up her. Romeo, good night. Come, shall we go?
Come then, for 'tis in vain to seek her here, which means not to be found.
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief that thou, her maid, art more fair than she. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the finest stars in all the heaven, having some business, did entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return.
Ay me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel.
Oh, Romeo. Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not be but sworn, my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more? Shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's a Montague? Will be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Romeo doff thy name, and for thy name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I'll take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I will be new baptized henceforth. I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus be screened in night, so stumplest on my counsel?
By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself because it is an enemy to thee.
My ear has not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard wall is high and hard to climb, and a place of death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings did I o'erperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no let to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eyes than 20 of their swords.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to shield me from their sight, and, but thou love me, let them find me here.
Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word, yet if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false at lovers' perjuries, and then say Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkest I'm too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think my haviour light, but trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear, that tips with
Swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest thy love prove likewise variable.
Well, what shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Or, if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I will believe thee.
If my heart's dear love...
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It's too rash, too unadvised, too sudden. Sweet, good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when we next meet. Good night. Good night. As sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. I hear something. Dear love, adieu. Anon, good nurse. Stay but a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. I am afeard being a knight that this is all but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If thy bent of love be honourable, thy purpose marriage, then send word to me tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all of my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light.
Romeo!
My love?
At what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
At the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow. That I shall say good night, till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell in thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Would that I were sleep and peace, so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly father's cell, his help to crave and my dear hap to tell. Good morrow, father.
Benedicite, what early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Thy earliness doth me assure thou art uproused by some distemperature. Or if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo has not been in bed tonight?
The last is true, the sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin, wast thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline, my ghostly father, no. I have forgot that name and that name's woe.
That's my good child. But where hast thou been then?
I have been feasting with mine enemy, when on a sudden one hath wounded me that's by me wounded. Both our remedies within thy help and holy physic lies.
Be plain, good child, and homely in thy drift.
then plainly know my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. I'll tell thee as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what a change is here! Is Rosaline, whom thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young love then lies not truly in the heart, but in the eyes. Jesu Maria, what a deal of brine hath washed thy sallow cheeks for Rosaline.
I pray thee, chide not. She whom I love now doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well thy love did read by rote and could not spell. But come, young waverer, come, go with me, for in one respect I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Let us hence, I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came her not home tonight?
Not to her father's, I spoke with his man.
Oh, that same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline, torments her so she will sure run mad.
The kinswoman of Capulet has sent a letter to her father's house.
A challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Alas, poor Romeo, she is already dead, shot through the ear with a love song. And is she a woman to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt? Here comes Romeo. Here comes Romeo.
Signora Romeo, bonjour. There's a French salutation for your French slop. You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, girl, the slip. Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio. My business was great, and in such a case as mine, one may strain courtesy.
That's as much to say such a case as yours constrains one to bow in the hams.
Meaning to curtsy.
Thou hast most kindly hit it.
A most courteous exposition.
Nay, I am the very pink of courtesy.
God ye good morrow, gentlemen.
God ye good den, fair gentlewoman.
Is it good den?
'Tis no less, I tell you, for the body hand of the dial is now upon the prick of noon.
Oh, out upon you. What a man are you?
One gentlewoman that God hath made for himself to mar.
By my troth, it is well said. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo? If you be she, I desire some confidence with you.
Romeo, will you come to your father's? Will to dinner thither?
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell.
Mary, farewell. I pray you, what saucy merchant was this that was so full of his ropery?
One nurse that loves to hear himself talk and will speak more in a minute than he will stand to in a month.
Scurvy knave. I pray you a word, and as I told you, my young lady bade me inquire you out. What she bade me say, I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell ye, if you should deal double with her, truly it were an ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and very weak dealing.
Nurse, commend me to thy lady and mistress, for I protest unto thee that
in heart and in faith, I will tell her as much. Oh, Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
What wilt thou tell her, nurse? Thou dost not mark me.
I will tell her that you do protest, which, as I take it, is a ladylike offer.
Bid her devise some means to come to Shrift this afternoon. There she shall, at Friar Lawrence' cell, be shrived and married.
This afternoon? She shall be there.
And stay, good nurse, behind the abbey wall. Within the hour, my man will be with thee, and bring thee cords made like a tackled stair, which, to the high-top gallant of my joy, must be my convoy in the secret night. Farewell. Be trusty, and I'll quit thy pains. Farewell.
Now God in heaven bless thee.
Commend me to thy lady.
Aye, 1,000 times.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. Now the sun is upon the highmost hill of the day's journey, and from 9 to 12 is 3 long hours, yet she has not come. Had she affections and warm youthful blood, she'd be in swift in motion as a ball. But old folks, many feign as if they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, pale as lead. Hast thou met with him?
I am a weary, give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache.
I would thou hast my bones and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee, nurse, speak. Good, good nurse, speak.
Jesu, what haste! Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? What says he of our marriage?
Have you got leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence' cell. There stays a woman to make you a wife. Hie you to church. I must some other way. Go! I'll to dinner. Hie you to the cell.
Hie to high fortune, honest nurse, farewell.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not. Amen.
Amen. But come what sorrow can, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. Do thou but close our hands with holy words, and love devouring death, do what he dare. It is enough I may call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die, like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. Here comes the lady.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
Ah, Juliet, if thy measure of joy be heaped like mine, then sweeten with this neighbor air, and let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness both receive in either by this dear encounter.
Seat, more rich in matter than in words, brags of his substance, but not of ornament. They are but beggars that can count their worth. But my true love has grown to such an excess that I cannot sum up the sum of half my wealth.
Come with me, and we will make short work, for by your leaves you shall not stay alone, till Holy Church incorporate 2 in 1.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we will not escape or brawl. For now, these hot days is a mad blood stirring.
Come, thou art as hot a jack in thy mood as any in Italy, and is soon moved to be moody, and is soon moody to be moved.
What?
Thou hast quarreled with a man for coughing in the street, because he hath wakened thy dog that lay asleep in the sun. And yet thou will tutor me from quarreling.
Lucio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort? What, dost thou make us minstrels? Well, here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance. Soon's consort.
Talk here in the public haunts of man. Either withdraw into some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, so let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure, I.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes the one. Romeo, the hate I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
The reason I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain I am none, therefore farewell. I see thou know'st me not.
Girl, this does not excuse the injuries that thou hast done to me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee more than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as my own, be satisfied.
Oh, come! Dishonorable, vile submission! Tybalt, you rat catcher! Will you walk?
I am for you!
Come, sir! I am hurt. Plague on both your houses. I am sped. Is she gone and hath nothing?
What, art thou hurt?
I scratch. A scratch, marry, 'tis enough.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
'Tis not so deep as a well, nor as wide as a church door, but 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man. Plague on both your houses.
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got his mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt slander, Tybalt that an hour hath been my kinsman. Sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate.
Romeo? Romeo, brave Mercutio's dead.
This day's black fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe, others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Alive, in triumph, and Mercutio slain.
Thou wretched one that didst consort him here, shalt with him hence!
This shall determine that!
Romeo! Where be gone? The citizens are up in Tybalt's slain. Stand not amazed. The prince will have you dead. If thou art taken hence, away be gone.
Oh, I am fortune's fool.
Why dost thou stay?
Where be the vile beginneth of this fray?
My noble prince, I can discover all the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies the man, slain by young Romeo, who slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt! Oh, my brother's child! Oh, prince! Oh, cousin, husband! Oh, the blood is spilt! Oh, my dear kinsman! Prince, as thou art true, for blood of ours, shed blood of Montague!
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, here slain, who Romeo's hand did slay. An envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio, and Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, and to it they go like lightning, for ere I can draw it apart them was stout Tybalt slain. And as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly. This be the truth, or let Benvolio die.
She is kinswoman to Montague. Her affections make her false. She speaks not true. I beg for justice which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew her. She slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, prince. She was Mercutio's friend. Her fault concludes but what the law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And it is for that offense that we do exile her hence. I have interest in your hate's proceeding. My blood for your rude brawls does lie a-bleeding. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses. Nor tears, nor prayers will summon out abuses. Therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when she is found, that hour is her last. Bear hence this body, and attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those who kill.
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, towards Phoebus' lodging. Such a Wagner as Phaeton would whip you to the west, and bring in cloudy night immediately. Come, gentle knight, come, loving black-browed knight, give me my Romeo, and when she shall die, take her and cut her out into little stars, and she will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night, and pay no worship to the garish sun. Now, nurse, what news?
We are undone, lady. We are undone. Alack the day she's gone. She's killed. She's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, who would have thought it, Romeo?
What devil art thou thou that dost torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain herself?
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eyes here on her very breast. God save the mark. A piteous course, a bloody piteous course. Oh, courteous Tybalt, honest gentlewoman, that ever I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered, and is Tybalt dead, my dear loved cousin, and my dear lord?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed her, she is banished.
Oh, God! Does Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did! Alas the day, it did! Shame come to Romeo!
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish! She was not born to shame! Oh, what a beast I was to chide at her!
Will you speak well of her that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of her that is my true love? Oh, poor my lord! What tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours wife, have mangled it? Back, foolish tears, back to your native spring. Your husband lives that Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt is dead that would have slain my husband. All of this is comfort, wherefore weep I then? Some word there was, worser than Tybalt's death. Tybalt is dead, and Romeo banished. That banished, that one word banished, hath slain 10,000 Tybalts.
Hie you to your chamber. I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I wot well where she is. Hark ye, your Romeo will be here at night. I'll to her. She is hid at Lawrence cell.
I'll find her. Give this ring to my true knight, and bid her come to take her last farewell.
Romeo, come forth, thou fearful maid.
Father, what news?
I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
What less than doomsday is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment vanished from his lips, not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment? Be merciful, say death, do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona thou art banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Thou cuttest off my head with a golden axe, and smilest upon the stroke that murders me.
O deadly sin! O rude unthankfulness! This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives. And every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing may live here in heaven and may look on her, but Romeo may not. Hadst thou no poison mixed, no sharp ground knife, no sudden mean of death, though ne'er so mean as banished to kill me? Banished. Friar, the damned use that word in hell. Howlings attend it.
I'll give thee armor to keep off that word. Adversity's sweet milk, philosophy, to comfort thee though thou art banished.
Yet banish it. Hang up philosophy. Unless philosophy can make a Juliet, displant a town, and reverse the prince's doom, it matters not. It helps not. Talk no more.
Let me dispute with thee of thy estate.
Thou canst not speak of that thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet, thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me, and banished, then mightest thou speak. Then mightest thou tear thy hair and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Arise, one knocks. Good Romeo, hide thyself.
I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Where is my lady's love? Where's Romeo?
Nurse.
Oh, dear lady, well, death's the end of all.
Speakest thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Doth she not think me an old murderer, now that I have stained the childhood of our joy with blood but little removed from her own? Where is she, and how doth she, and what says my concealed lady of our cancelled love?
Oh, she says nothing, but weeps and weeps, and now falls on her bed, and then starts up, and Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
As if that name shot from the deadly level of a gun did murder her. Oh, tell me, friar, tell me in what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me that I may sack the hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself and slay thy lady too that lives in thee? Go, get thee to thy love and comfort her. But look thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live, till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 20,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before, nurse, commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten all the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming.
Oh, what learning is! My dear, I'll tell my lady you will come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare to chide.
Oh, here, lady, a ring she bid me give you. Oh, hi you, make haste, for it grows very late.
How well my comfort is revived by this.
Go hence, good night, and here stands all your state. Sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out your man, and he shall signify from time to time every good hap to you that chances here. Here is my hand. 'Tis late, farewell, good night.
But that a joy past joy calls out on me, it were a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily that we've had no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly. 'Tis very late, she'll not come down tonight.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she's mewed up to her heaviness.
Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed, acquaint her of my son here Paris's love, and bid her, mark you me, on Wednesday next. What's soft, what day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday! Well, Wednesday is too soon. A Thursday let it be. A Thursday.
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
We'll get you gone. A Thursday it be then. Go you to Juliet ere you go to bed. Prepare her wife against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale, and not the lark, that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear.
It was the lark, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do sever the clouds in yonder east. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Dawnlight is not daylight. I know it it is some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night a torch-bearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet. Thou needest not be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I am content, so thou wilt have it so. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is't, my soul? Let's talk. It is not day.
It is. It is. Hie hence, be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune. Oh, now be gone. More light, and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam!
Nurse?
Your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
And window let day in, and let life out.
Farewell, farewell. One kiss, and I'll descend.
O God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee now. Thou art below as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookest pale.
And believe me, love, in my eyes so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu.
Oh, daughter, are you up? Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
But now I bring thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, well, thou hast a careful father-child, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath arranged a sudden day of joy.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman, the County Paris, at St. Peter's Church, will happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet, and when I do, it shall be Romeo, whom, you know, I hate rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Well, tell him so yourself. There he is.
Oh, now a conduit, girl? What, still in tears, evermore showering? How now, wife, have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft, take me with you, wife. How, will she none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed as unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud I can never be of what I hate, but thankful, even for hate that is meant love.
Thank me no thankings, nor proud me no proud, but settle your fine joints against Thursday next, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I shall drag thee on a hurdle.
Too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, time, work, play, alone, in company. Still, my care hath been to have her matched, and having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair demeans, youthful and nobly trained, and then to have a wretched calling full to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I pray you pardon me. But as you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Thursday is near. Lay a hand on heart advise, and you be mine, and I give you to my friend. And you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets. For by my soul I'll never acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall ever do thee good. Trust to bethink you, I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week.
Talk not to me, for I will not speak a word. Do as thou will, for I have done with thee.
Oh, God! Oh, nurse, how shall this be prevented? What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy, some comfort, nurse?
Faith, here it is. I think it best you be married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dishclout to him. Beshrew my very heart, I think you are happy in the second match, for it excels your first. Or if it did not, your first is dead. Or 'twere as good she were.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvellous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father, to Lawrence Cell to make confession and be absolved.
Marry, I will. And this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation, O most wicked fiend, thou from my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to Friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir, the time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so.
You say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven is the course, I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore have I little talked of love. Now, sir, her father finds it dangerous that she doth give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom hastes our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears.
Look, sir, here comes the lady towards my cell.
Happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That maybe must be love on Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now, or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter, now. My lord, we must entreat the time alone.
God shield us should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse ye. Until then, adieu, and keep this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door, and when thou hast done so, come weep with me, past hope, past cure, past help.
Ah, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits.
Tell me not, friar, that thou hear'st of this, unless thou may tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I will help it presently. I long to die, if what thou speakest speak not of remedy.
Hold, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope. If rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then is it likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away the shame. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap rather than marry Paris from off the battlements of yonder tower, and I will do it without fear or doubt to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold then, go home, be merry, give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night look that thou lie alone. Let not thy nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou off, when presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor. For no pulse will keep his native progress but surcease. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death, thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake, as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Thou shalt be borne to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. Romeo by my letters shall know our drift, and hither shall she come, and she and I will watch thy waking. And that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua. And this shall free thee from this present shame, if not abate thy valor acting it.
Give me, oh, tell me not of fear.
Hold then, get you gone, be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a friar with speed to Mantua with my letters to thy love.
Love, give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father.
What, is my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence?
Aye, forsooth.
Well, he may chance to do some good on her. A peevish, self-willed harlotry it is. How now, my head's strong. Where have you been gadding?
Where I have learned me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition. Pardon me. I beseech you, henceforward I am ever ruled by you.
Send for the county. Tell them of this, and I shall have them this knot knit up tomorrow morning.
I met the youthful lord at Lawrencell, and gave him what becomed love I might, not to step o'er the bounds of modesty.
Now, afore God, this reverend holy friar, our whole city's much bound to him.
Nurse, will you go with me into my closet to help me sort such needful ornaments as you think best fit to furnish me tomorrow?
Oh, not till Thursday. There's time enough.
Go, nurse, go with her. We'll to church tomorrow.
I pray you leave me to myself tonight, for I have need of many orisons to help move the heavens to smile upon my state.
What, are you busy, ho? Need you my help?
No, madam, we have culled such necessaries that are behovel for our state tomorrow. So, if it please you, let me now be left alone, for I'm sure you have your hands full all in this so sudden business.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we will meet again. I have a faint cold fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up at the heat of life. Come, vial. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No, this shall forbid it. Lie thou there. How if when I am laid in the tomb, I wake before the time Romeo come to redeem me? It is not very like the horrible conceit of death and night, together with the terror of the place, where for these many hundreds years the bones of all my buried ancestors are packed, where bloody Tybalt, yet but green in earth, lies festering in his shroud, where, as they say, at some hours of the night spirits resort, and shrieks like mandrakes torn out of the earth, that living mortals hearing them run mad. Oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught, environed with all these hideous fears? And with this rage, with some great kinsman's bones, as with a club dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look. Methinks I see my cousin's ghost, that Romeo did spit his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt, stay. Romeo, I come. This do I drink to thee.
What mistress? Juliet! You slug-a-bed! Why, love, I say! Madam, sweetheart! Why, bride! What, dressed? And in your clothes? Get down again. Lady! 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 Alas! Alas! Help! Help! Oh, my lady's dead! My lord! My lady!
What noise is here?
Oh, lamentable day!
What is the matter?
Oh, look! Oh, heavy day!
Oh, me, my child, my only life! Revive! Look up, or I will die with thee!
She's dead! She's deceased! She's dead! Alack the day!
Alack the day! She's dead! She's dead! She's dead!
Oh, lamentable day! Oh, lamentable day!
My love!
Sir, go you in, and madam go with him, and go Sir Paris. Everyone prepare to follow this fair course unto her grave. The heavens do lure upon you for some ill, move them no more by crossing their high will.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presaged some joyful news at hand. I dreamed my lady came and found me dead, and breathed such life into me with kisses that I was revived and was an emperor. News from Verona. Now, Balthazar, dost thou not bring me letters from the friar? How fares my love? How doth my Juliet? For nothing can be ill if she is well.
Then she is well and nothing can be ill. Her body rests in Cowell's monument, and her immortal part with angels lives. I saw her lay low in her kindred's vault, and presently took post to tell it you.
Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars. Thou knowst my lodging? Get me ink and paper and hire post horses. I will hence tonight.
Do beseech you, madam, have patience!
Leave me and do the thing I bid thee do. Hadst thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good mistress.
No matter. Get thee gone, and hire those horses. I'll be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Let's see for means. Mischief, thou art swift to enter the thoughts of desperate men. I do remember an apothecary. What ho, apothecary?
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. I see thou art poor. Hold, there are 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, such soon speeding gear as will disperse itself through all the veins, that the life-weary taker may fall dead.
Such mortal drugs have I, but Mantua's law is death unto any he that utters them.
Art thou so bare and full of wretchedness and fierce to die? Famine is in thy cheeks, need and oppression starveth in thine eyes. Here is thy gold.
My poverty, but not my will consents.
I pay thy poverty and not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it down. If you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
Come, cordial and not poison. Come with me to Juliet's grave, for there I must use thee.
Holy Franciscan friar. Brother, ho.
Friar John, welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo? Or if her mind be writ, give me her letter.
Well, going to find a barefoot brother out, one of our order to associate me, here in this city, visiting the sick, and finding him. The searchers of the town, suspecting that we both were in a house where an infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth. So that my speed to Mantua there was stayed.
Who bare my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it. Here it is again.
Unhappy fortune. The letter was of dear import, and the neglecting it may do much danger. Friar John, go hence. Now must I to the monument alone. Within 3 hours will fair Juliet wake. She will beshrew me much that Romeo hath had no notice of these accidents. But I will write again to Mantua, and keep her at my cell till Romeo come. Poor living corse, closed in a dead man's tomb.
Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew, which with sweet water nightly I will dew. The obsequies that I for thee will keep nightly shall be to strew thy grave and weep. Something doth approach. What, with a torch? Muffle me, knight, a while.
Hold. Take this letter. Early in the morning, see thou deliver it to my lord and father.
I will be gone, madam, and trouble you not.
So shalt thou show me friendship, and farewell.
For all this the same.
I'll hide me hereabout. Her looks I fear, and her intents I doubt.
This is that banished, haughty Montague, who murdered my love's cousin, which, with grief it is supposed the fair creature died. Oh, when here is come to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies, I will apprehend her. Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague! Obey, and go with me, for thou must die.
Indeed I must, and therefore I came hither. Good gentle youth, tempt not a desperate woman.
I do defy thy conjurations, and apprehend thee for a villain here.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee, boy!
No! I am slain! If thou be merciful, go from the tomb, lay me with Juliet!
In faith I will. Let me peruse this face. Mercutio's kinsman, noble County Paris. What said my man as my betossed soul did not attend him as we rode? I think he said that Paris should have married Juliet. Death, lie thou there, by a dead man interred. Oh, my love, my wife, death that hath sucked the honey of thy breath hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Tybalt, liest thou there in thy bloody sheet? Forgive me, cousin. Juliet, oh, here will I set up my everlasting rest and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-wearied flesh. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
Who's there?
Here's one, a friend, and one that knows you well.
Bliss be upon you. Tell me, good my friend, what torch is yon, as I discern it burneth in the Capel's monument.
It does so, holy sir. And there's my master, one that you love.
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long hath she been there?
Full half an hour?
Go with me to the vault.
I dare not, sir.
Stay then, I'll go alone. Fear comes upon me, oh much I fear some ill unlucky thing. Romeo! Alack, alack, what blood is this? Romeo, O pale! Who else? What? Paris too, and steeped in blood! Oh, what an unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance!
Comfortable friar, where is my Romeo?
I hear some noise. Lady, come away. My husband in thy bosom there lies dead, and Paris too. Come, I'll dispose of thee among a sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare no longer stay.
Go get thee hence, for I will not away. What's this? A cup, closed in my true love's hand. Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. Oh, churl drunk all, and left no friendly drop to help me after. Yea, noise? Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There rust, and let me die. Ah!
What misadventure is so early up that it calls us from our morning's rest? Here lies the County Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet warm and new killed. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
I am the greatest, able to do least, yet most suspected, as the time and place doth make against me of this direful murder.
Then speak at once of what thou dost know in this.
Romeo, their dead, was wedded to that Juliet, and she, their dead, that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them. You betrothed and would have married her to County Paris. Then comes she to me to rid her from the second marriage. Then gave I her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion. Meantime I writ to Romeo to help to take her from her borrowed grave, but he which bore my letter, Friar John, was stayed by accident. So all alone came I to take her from her kindred's vault. But when I came, here untimely lay the noble Paris and true Romeo dead. She wakes. I entreated her come forth, but she, too desperate, would not go with me, and as it seems, did violence on herself. If aught in this miscarried by my own fault, let my old life be given before its time unto the rigor of severest law.
We still have known thee for a holy man. Where's Romeo's man? What can he say in this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and in post she came from Mantua, to this same place, to this same monument. This letter she early bid me give her father, and threatened me with death going in the vault. I departed not, and left her there.
This letter makes good the friar's words. The course of love, the tidings of her death, and here she writes she did buy a poison from a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die, and lie with Juliet. Where be these two enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate. The heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I'll raise her statue in pure gold, that while Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set as that of true faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo's by her ladies lie, or sacrifices for our enmity.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun, for sorrow, will not show his head. Go hence to talk more of these sad things. Some will be pardoned, and others punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.